Good morning and welcome to another video. More importantly, hold on. This is actually weird. I forget that I can actually open these up more. Perfect. Hi. If I'm gonna have to live on Earth, I'm gonna live on Earth my way. Or I guess on the highway. Hi everyone, welcome back to a Van Life Friday video where I vlog, talk about, and show you an alternative lifestyle in a van. This is Ben. This is Big Ben. I got him a year ago. I rebuilt his transmission. I need to do a lot more stuff to him, but I've been living in him for about 3 months now. And I have gone through last month of winter, spring, and summer. Well, the beginning of summer, we're in July. So actually we're midsummer now. I've been in this van for more than 3 months, is what I'm realizing. Time sure flies when you're having the time of your life. No, I'm kidding. When you don't have a standard life, because you just lose time. Anyway, I've been in Ben for over 3 months, and there's some tools and gadgets and things that I use not every day, but I have used over that course of time that I want to share with you. The last video I posted, so last week's video, I did a Saturday reset, and in there I stocked my cooler and I used ice bags. And I didn't link any of the ice bags in my description or even in the video, and somebody commented asking for the link to those ice bags. And so I just realized maybe there are some things that I could share, the gadgets that I use, for anyone who wants different options than just using their own electricity, or just different alternatives to what we see normal people use, because not everyone has the same setup or has the same day-to-day alternative lifestyle, which duh. And that was such a wild sentence, but not everybody wants to do this alternative lifestyle the same way. And I think having options lets people know that you can do it, and you can do it your own way. So this is how I do it my way, and here's what I use. Again, not every day, especially since it's hot out now and I can't really cook in my van or do much in my van, but here are all the tools and gadgets that I used so far in my van life. Just like, come a little closer. Perfect. Thank you. I don't have a built-in electricity system. I have, hold on, a power bank. This is a Blue Eddy something. It's a something. Maybe I got it when it was on sale. But that's the power pack I got. It's a Blue Eddy. I can give you the details 1 second. It is the Blue Eddy solar generator EB3A 268 watt Life PO4 battery backup with 600 watt with two, count them, two 600 watt outlets. It recharges from 0 to 80% in 30 minutes. It's really nice. It's good for camping and all that stuff like that. It's a nice battery pack for someone who doesn't do much, who still has a home base where she can go plug in somewhere. If I was out in the wilderness, baby, this would probably be useless, because I don't have any solar panels to like recharge it, so I have to actually go to a brick and mortar place to charge it. So if I had a built-in electricity system, or I see electricity system, power system, it would be better for me, especially if I had solar panels on top of my van. But I don't, and I don't know if I want that, simply because I don't know if I want to build that. I'm a really simple person. I'm a simple person when it comes to my day-to-day life, but honestly, in my head and in my heart, I'm probably the most complicated person you have ever met. Do you want to read my journal? Do you want to read my journal? Do you want to sit down and have coffee with me? Because that's also how you'll know. But for simplicity purposes, I really try to keep it simple. I have this power pack. With this power pack, I can charge my phone, I can charge my laptop, I can even work my waffle maker. Spoiler, there's a waffle maker in this video. Also my electric kettle. Spoiler, there's an electric kettle in this video. I like it for all the things that I need it for. It is easy to charge. It's simple. This was, I believe, it's currently $269 on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure I got it for $100 less because it was on sale. So I think I saved over $100 on that. There are bigger power packs. There are bigger power packs that can power a lot more electronics than I have. It's nice. They're just expensive. They're like probably $500 or $1,000. Like, it's a lot. And honestly, when I was starting out, I didn't have that much money. I was working the job I have now. It's just I was still saving to get him fixed. So I got this when it was on sale because I didn't think I would be able to get it any other time. But it has worked for all of my simplistic needs, and it's been nice. The next thing on my list is my fan. We had a heat wave. The summer solstice came and went. I think it just came. I don't think it went anywhere. It's been hot, and I don't have AC in my van, but also why would I be working the AC at night? So at night I have this beautiful, beautiful fan here. Also got it on Amazon. It has a night mode where you can like still use it without it being lit up. It has oscillating mode. Hold on, wait. You can oscillate it. It can oscillate either 90 degrees or 45 degrees. Okay, oscillate back, please. Thanks. It has four different settings. It's really strong. It's so good. And then in addition to that, it has a light. It has 3 different illumination settings. So 3 and then gone. And then you also can put it on a timer where it can go for an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours before stopping on its own, like if you're sleeping. It has a remote as well if you want it to be somewhere further from you and you just wanted to if you wanted to just deal with it that way, on and off. It can even do the light, I believe. Oh, hello? There we go. I like it simply because when I was at my mom's place, the room that I stayed in was not the size of the van. It was a little larger than the size of the van, but it was oh so hot. And I only had a fan in that room and it did wonders. So all I got to do is put this on, make sure it's like on my face, like at diagonal from face and down, and I sleep like a fucking baby. Oh my gosh. So if you don't have central air in your van and you just want something simple, she's your girl. I believe she was like $60 on Amazon. Again, I didn't say this, but all this stuff will be linked below. And I kind of want to set up an Amazon storefront, but I'm getting ahead of myself, as I usually do. We're going to go inside the van. Come closer. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Okay. So now I've gotten into the actual electronics. The next thing that I have of the gadgets that I use, especially when it comes to cooking, which was kind of like one of my concerns, like, am I going to be able to cook in the van? Also, it is hot in this van in general. Just stepping in here, crazy. So we're going to put this on. Oh, also, I didn't say this, but you can also move it all around. You can move this all around and kind of angle it up at you. Oh, and I didn't even mention it's chargeable. It does not go off of power. It's just you recharge it. However, it takes about a whole day to charge fully. But even if it's charged at 25%, because it has 25, 50, 75%, and 100% indicators on it, even at 25%, it still lasts me throughout the night, which is 8 hours. So you have some cool air throughout the night, and it takes a long time to charge for sure. I'll charge it when I'm at work for 7 hours and it's only hit 25 more percent. So that could be a downfall if you're going from place to place. But it is okay for me right now. I do also use my power station to charge this when I need it, and it doesn't fry the battery or doesn't overuse the battery, so it charges slowly and accurately and it's not wasting energy, which is still very nice. Okay, that is the last thing I'm gonna say about that, I promise. When it comes to cooking in the van, it was a concern only because I didn't know how I was going to do it. I had a propane stove and I had a camping stove and propane in my my cart for Amazon, and I had a couple things in my cart at Dick's, and I was just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable using this. I've seen people use it. It's super easy. It's super simple. I've never seen it go wrong. But I was just like, I think I just kind of want to use it or have it to use if I'm going out camping. And so I wanted something simple to use. So I decided to get a waffle maker because I can make pancakes. Nope, that's a lie. I can make waffles in this. I've made eggs in this. I warmed up meat in this. And honestly, it's kind of all I needed, probably $10 on Amazon. When it comes to using my power station for it, it uses up a lot of battery. If I am making 2 eggs over the course of 5 minutes, it uses about 20% of my battery, if not more. It's just what I'm remembering. So it uses a lot of battery, unfortunately. My thing is, it's still okay for where I am because I can easily charge my power station. If I was somewhere far in between towns and I needed to charge my power station, I wouldn't use a waffle maker as often because I want to conserve the power station energy. It's also hot. Like, it's been hot, so I haven't been using it, but it gets pretty hot. But I have used it, and it's nice, and it's again an alternative to cooking if you are afraid of propane, or you don't, or propane, or camping stoves, or you're just not ready to use them, like me. So that's an option. The next thing is making coffee. Coffee is something that I wake up and I want. And so I thought, am I going to be buying coffee every morning? And at some point I was like, yeah, we are. That's not the case. That's not sustainable. That's not good. That's not efficient. And so I thought about getting a kettle. The kettles they pull too much power from my power station. So it would always cut off. There's like, too much power. It would cut off. And I was like, well, I'll never be able to get coffee until I found this lovely thing over here, which is that a mosquito? You better back the fuck up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got an electric kettle. This holds about a cup of coffee. I don't know the specific ounces it holds. I don't remember. It holds the amount of water I need out of here. The amount of water I need for my coffee. And it's simple. So you just fill her up. It has this kind of plug. So you take her, plug it into the side, and you put it in, and then here. You don't need me to do this, but I want to do this. Since this power station has that like 12-volt plug, I can just use this here. It's really cool. You turn her on, and then we just press this button, and it starts going. It starts at 80 degrees, and it gets up to boiling point, which is 200 and something degrees. I stop it at 170 degrees because it does take a long time to get to that 200, and I am okay with 170 degree of whatever. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't get to complete boiling. If anything, it helps me be able to drink my coffee faster. Because it takes about 20 minutes to boil water, though, I like to put it on to boil while I'm driving somewhere to like my first destination for the morning, and then it's almost ready. So then I'll park, I'll brush my teeth, I'll do my skincare, and then it should be essentially done with the water that I want. It's nice. It's a good alternative for other kettles because simply because of the power station I want. Simply because of the power station that I have, and I know that if I'm using a propane thing, boiling water isn't hard. It isn't like slow, and that's fine. But that's still something that I truly don't want to do right now. I think maybe after the summer I'll start dabbling in that, but I don't think I'm ready. There's really no true reason why I'm not ready. I'm just not. Next thing I have is this heated lunchbox that I was gifted. You literally just put whatever you want in this bad boy. You plug it in. It also has a 12-volt plug. That's what it is, right? A 12-volt plug. And it just warms things up. It takes a long time to warm things up, but that's okay. So a lot of my gadgets, honestly, besides the waffle maker, it takes time for them to come to for you to, it takes a lot of time for them to do what they need to do. And at some point I was just like, okay, well, I want things to be faster, stronger. But then I thought, girl, where are you going in a rush? Like, where do you have to go right now? You don't have to go anywhere. So you can take your time and make a waffle. You can take your time and boil some water. You can take your time and warm up some lunch or warm up some breakfast. It's okay. This gets up to 300 degrees apparently. And since I was gifted this, I don't know how much it is, but if I can find something similar, a dupe, if you will, on Amazon, I'll also link it. It's called a Coolatron, this brand or whatever. So it's been nice. I like these gadgets. And then also on the food thing, I have a cooler. It's just a simple Dimple Igloo cooler. It is 52 quarts. It is pretty big. But the thing that I use for it, that the person commented on my last video asking for the link for, I can show you. It's these bags. So because I don't have a refrigerator and I don't have a system to power a refrigerator, I have the cooler. But with the cooler, I need ice. And I did start off by just putting ice straight into the cooler because it has a drain spout thingy. Still annoying. Literally everything got wet because but it was inconveniently wet. Then I tried freezing water bottles and putting them in there. Still, things were wet. Now these I found them on Amazon. They come with four. You can put ice in them, and they have spouts. When the ice turns into water, you have like drinking water. I never drink from here simply because I don't want to. You have your ice bag, you put your ice in here, and then you fold it over and you seal it with these things here. You just kind of push it into there. Hold on, I got you. One second. Fold it. And then between the white and the blue, you kind of just, and it goes in like that. And then you have a bag of ice that you put in there. It comes with four, and so I put one bag at the bottom, I put my food on top, I put two bags on the side, and I put one bag on top of everything, kind of like making it just surrounded by ice as if it were in the fridge. The only thing with that is ice melts within 3 days, so it is a consistent routine to empty the bags, put more ice, and call it a day. So I have lost many a grocery to my laziness because I'm like, oh no, I have one more day of the ice. We all have our flaws. We all have our flaws. So dumb. I've lost so much groceries. And since it's been the summertime, it's been super duper hot. So I haven't even tried to put anything in my cooler. So I've just been buying things when I want to eat something. So the price of eating out is very high, but also the price of groceries is high because I'm wasting stuff. So I have to figure out a better system for me, or just be less lazy when it comes to putting ice in there, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to be very honest with myself. It's hot. It's going to be hot until the end of the summer. And then we get into fall, and I'm really excited for fall. But for the summer, I'm not dealing with that. I could even get a smaller cooler, and it won't be a bad thing. But at the same time, I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do if I like travel outside and like travel like to the woods or whatever. And I need to like house things for a long period of time. It could only be 3 days because ice only lasts 3 days. You see, like it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. So I'm always problem solving in this van, and this is why I got to some of the conclusions and the tools and gadgets that I use now for how I want to function in the van. And I'll just continue problem solving. Like I'll just go about my day. I'll be routine with it, and if I find another way to be more efficient, which probably is building a power system in general, not there yet, I'll do it. But it's still nice to know that I can still do this life without being like a full-time built out van. That's good for me. That's good for me to know. Also, I think it's good for other people to know that you don't have to have a Mercedes Sprinter van all built out over a year and everything all set up just for you to do this lifestyle. It does make it easier, 100%. But I don't know. It could make it easier. It could make it harder depending on how good you are with keeping up on daily housework, which I am not. I never been. I feel like it's just another thing to think about in the already crumbling world, and I can't do it. So I say that because a lot of people want to do van life and they feel like they have to do it a certain way, and there's no one way to do it. It's alternative lifestyle for a reason. You do it your way and what makes you comfortable and what makes you happy. And so far, I am happy. And when I'm not happy, I'll change that, and I'll change my routine, and I'll problem solve once it becomes a problem. But for right now, I really love all the things that I was able to think about and think through and come up with to appease myself. Oh, sure, I can fly. To like kind of appease the way I want to do this life. This whole van is not built out. You see the tapestry. You see her. She's kind of fallen, but we love her. It's just like you can literally do anything you want to do your own way and be happy about it. And we put limitations on ourselves all the time because we can't do it a specific way, forgetting that there are a million ways to do one thing, and we just have to find our way to do it and make it happy. And that makes us happy. And I understand that we learn from examples, and if all the examples that we see are just one way, how can we ever think that there's a different way of doing something? You try. You think of a life that you want, and you think of the life that you want, and you sit down and you think of all the different ways that you can try to do it. You sit down and you think about all the different ways you can try to do it. You try, you fail, you try again, you may fail again, but at some point you figure out a way to do things your way and you're happy about it. And then when that stops working, you try again. Why am I always preaching in my videos? But I think that's really important to know, because there's never one way to do something, and people limit themselves every day thinking that they can only do it the way that they've seen it done. You can be the one to do it a different way. You can be the one to say, oh, I saw you cross the river with a boat. I currently don't have a boat. All I have is this tiny, tiny, tiny little one person raft thingy, which is still a boat, whatever. You get what I'm trying to get here. We still crossed the boat. We still crossed the river. At the end of the day, we still both crossed the river. You did it with what you had, I did it with what I had, but we still did it. Anyway, those are literally the only like huge gadgets that I use for my van. I don't know if people want to know like the bed frame or this or that. If you do, I will make another video of all the things that I've put in my van because I think the gadgets are different than the setup. And that'll be a really cool video. But if you want that video, let me know down below. I'll do it. I'm still gonna do it. I'm telling you right now. I'm still gonna do the video. But if I see people want it, I'll probably put it out faster than I have been planning to, which is probably 3 videos from now. So there's that. Hold on. Let's just back up for a second. So those are all the gadgets that I currently use to survive in the van, whether it be during the heat or just eating. And I hope you liked it. And I hope you got something good out of it. I love you. I am grateful for you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.